Are you ready? Are you ready, Ma? Are you ready? Okay, I am pressing record. Okay, wait, go to DDR. All right, cool. Record. I am starting the show. Hey everyone, what's good? It's your girl, Minister Cat in the house, caught all the way from Brooklyn Brick Studios with the next chapter. And I am joined today with my girl, Melissa D. Hey everybody, what's good? Hey Melissa.
Hi, and I am coming to you from my closet.
So since it's our very first preview show, you sound a little echoey, so I'm going to turn you down just a little bit. Talk a little bit for me. Tell everybody who you are again.
So, I'm Melissa De Silva. I am a licensed independent clinical social worker. I live here in Puerto Rico and I provide coaching and trainings, and I'm also an artist.
I think that sounds good. I think that sounds
I
good. All right, hold on. Let me change this camera a little bit. There we go. So we can have all of me. Okay, make sure that we are good here. Yes, we are good. So I have your name off the screen. Cool. So we are coming live, like I said, once again from Brick Studios here in Brooklyn, NYC, New York City. And we are taping simultaneously with Melissa out in Puerto Rico. How exciting. I was so fighting doing these kind of Zoom virtual shows, but something about you has just been some new form of inspiration. And I'm so grateful about this relationship that's developing between us because it definitely has inspired me to kind of get off my ass and get motivated and start, doing some things again because I am in the next chapter of my life as an empty nester.
Yes, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of us for doing this. And I always feel so blessed every morning waking up knowing that you and I are in this partnership together.
One of the beautiful things about this partnership is I don't know if anyone can tell looking at us, but we're not the same color. Wait, that deserves a sound effect. Wait, hold on. Wait. Yes, we're not the same color. um and I'm going to share a secret with you. Um I am very, very, very pro black, almost to the point of I'm okay just being around my own and never worrying about integrating with any other culture. But that's not entirely true. I don't mind associating with any other culture, but I'm not running to hang out with white folks. And as I was going through this next chapter of my life of also being accountable of my thoughts and behaviors, I began to think that that sounded a bit racist, prejudice. I wasn't sure. So I wanted to dive into that conversation, that topic with you, because you're going through some new reading material because of the whole Black Lives movement and you wanting to kind of, see what your part in that was and how you could be a part of change. So today's topic on the next chapter, everyone, is prejudice, racism. How, what determines racism? Can a woman of color be a racist? Can people of color be racist? Are we sympathetic to white folks not understanding the concept of racism? So, what were your thoughts as we were preparing for this show today?
Oh, I felt like I really need to know my stuff. Like, and how often are we put on that spot where we need to, like, we need to know our stuff? I think that needs to happen more, right? Like, where have my thoughts come from? How was I raised to acknowledge racism and being prejudiced? So I've done a lot of reflecting lately about how, how these things come up every day, and especially living in a country, Puerto Rico. This is my 1 year anniversary this month, and
Yay.
being a minority in this country, and how how it could be similar and it could be different. So it's been really heavily on my mind lately as I was preparing for this episode. And I want to thank you so much for being so patient with me and being open with me as I've been going through this process.
Well, let's applaud that. I hate the fact that you can't hear the graphic. I hate that you can't hear the sound effects because I just had the crowd applaud you. So one of the things I know that we was researching was, I think I sent you some definitions. Do you have them in front of you?
Of course I do.
What does Google say, since that is supposed to be our reference points to all things knowing?
So Dr. Google says, for racist, it says prejudiced against or anti-agnostic toward a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized. And I think that's when people have that opinion of like, can a Black person be racist, right?
Hmm.
Because are you a marginalized group? If you're a marginalized group, then can you be racist at that point?
So that's the controversy that I've been told, that
Mm,
because we don't have power, that we can't be racist, because we're not the group, or we're not the community that holds that authority. But can you hold that authority with your thoughts?
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like, we may not have the power to bring about that type of change where our opinion holds weight. But does it when we also then create like our versions of the Black Wall Street? You know what I'm saying? Where we're fine, or even like the Indian reservations. I hate saying Indian, but the native reservations where they just are self-sufficient. Is separatism also a form of racism? Because
mm,
we're fine being separate. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't even care. You know,
mhm,
but are we doing that because we don't want to blend the cultures, or are we doing that because it makes things easier?
mm. And
Mm.
then from like where I grew up, we didn't have access to people of color, So it was like, well, it's not that I don't want to know about anybody else's backgrounds and stuff like that. It's just I didn't have much access to other people.
So then,
Um,
do we have sympathy now for the white folks that don't know? Because wasn't that a part of the one of the reasons why? Like, what are you reading right now? Share that with the crowd.
I am reading a book called Me and My White Supremacy,
Hmm.
right? And it
Hmm.
also has a workbook that comes with it. It's a very catchy title,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's like on my coffee table and I'm trying to date people. They're like, oh, I think it's time for me to go home.
I'm using my white power right now.
But it really has pointed out things that I never was aware of. But like when I was growing up, to say somebody was Black was like, oh, no, don't say that. We're not supposed to say that word. Right. And I didn't even realize like that was the message that was taught to me. And every single day, I think we are taught these things like you're not supposed to say these certain words, and, let's hush, and, you don't want to offend anybody. So let's not talk about anything. And I think that's how I grew up, is like, I don't want to offend anybody. I want to, appreciate everybody who they are and the backgrounds that they are. And yet I afraid to really touch on those
Mm,
topics, you
mm.
know?
What has the workbook allowed you to do or figure out or move forward through?
I think it really has made it more apparent that we are still doing microaggressions every day and, not even realizing it. Even in just like the words that we use. Like
Mm,
the other day, somebody said, you could be blacklisted or you could be whitelisted. And
okay.
so this word is how like bad, right? We have
Mm.
like a lot of negativity towards this word. And so, I think these microaggressions are just continuing to be a part of society, which we need to like start shed more light on them.
I think so. I think not only shedding light on them, but also sharing light to the sympathy, to having some level of sympathy towards the white race. I think that, we assume that they should know better. You know what I'm saying? But who says that? Why make that type of assumption that they should know better and then be almost annoyed that they don't? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So it's like, okay, yes, you're taking advantage of the knowledge that's out there now to educate yourself, now to understand what the uproar is for Black folks or people of color. Um, but I don't need you now. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I feel like, sometimes I find myself maybe as open as I am to different cultures, even Caucasians, but I might say some slick shit out my mouth. Like, I might make the joke that white people don't get cold. Now, I don't know if that's 100% factual. You're a white person. Do you get cold
I
when
get
you
cold
see
all the
anyone
time.
else?
I moved to Puerto Rico.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a stereotype that I will quickly joke
Which is
about.
funny. I've never even heard that.
Are you serious? It's time for a commercial break. It's time for a commercial break. Actually, not a commercial break. I don't know if everyone can see the makeup that I'm wearing today. Let me take off my glasses. But the makeup line that I wear when I produce television is from an African American woman named Sade out in Harlem that I met in Brooklyn when I was 17 years old. So I love her so much. Check her out, guys. Hey, don't forget to do that, guys. She's in Harlem and she's online. Yes. So back to us. um, so I think the sympathy aspect we should really think about as far as like, being more mindful to, I don't want to say the ignorance, but yeah, I guess the ignorance of the unknown that white folks don't know. Because I think what happens is that we get mad at white folks for not knowing the same shit that we don't know. So if white folks are not in my day to day area of congregating, you know what I'm saying? It's not so much that I don't want to have white friends or I'm opposed to having white friends. If all the time I see white folks is either in school or in the workplace, most of my socializing is done at home, on the block, in the neighborhood. So if on the block in the neighborhood is people that look like me, then my friend group is going to be people that look like me. And then as I get older and go to different environments like college or the workforce, then yes, I may now be around different cultures, but I'm still going to go. I think I'm going to flock to what's familiar to me. So then, yeah, I might have one home girl that happens to be white and one homeboy that happens to be white. But I notice that when white folks say, I'm not prejudiced, I have a Black friend. If a Black person says that, then it's nothing. Like it's okay. We can say that. Like we have the privilege to say certain shit, but you don't. I don't
Hmm.
understand. How do you feel about that?
I just have grown up thinking like you say what you want to say, because my ancestors were awful and, just like I let you have, what you need. Like, it's like, it's like, you want to think that white people are cold all the time, never cold? Like, okay. That is nothing compared to what my ancestors have done.
Okay. So you're fine with it. I can do all the blaming I want on you, and you'll
Yeah,
take it like
I'll
a
take
G.
it. I'll take it.
So is that a part of your reparations to Black folks? Like, hey, feel how you feel, y'all. All right, give it to me,
Just
and
bring it on.
and then come meet Melissa DeSalva.
Yeah. So let me
Amen.
ask you, as somebody who has ignorance behind me, right? I don't want to go to you and say, like, Kitty, teach me everything that I need to
I
know,
know. Please,
right?
like
Because
asking to touch my hair.
yeah. So, so for somebody who like me, what would you suggest? Because it shouldn't be your job to educate me on everything that I don't know and I'm ignorant about.
Why not though?
Well, I think that's why I have done a lot of my own reading and stuff, because I don't want to put it on you. It's not your responsibility. I mean, I work with a lot of transgender individuals, and I know they don't want to go to the doctor's office and say, like, let me teach you about being trans before you can provide me with assistance. Like, you know, I think it's important that I try to do my own work. And,
Yes.
and I think that's important for everyone, to not put it on the other race to teach us, but to, do our own work.
So that deserves an applause. Where are you, applause? Because that's what I think it's key. It's you doing your own work. But as your sister, as your friend, in the intimacy of our relationship growing, then yes, I do think the same way that I believe you're my sister's keeper, I'm your brother's keeper in the Black community, in the cultural communities, I should have that same philosophy now when it comes to my white sisters and brothers. Because at the end of the day, what I'm realizing are three things. What I'm realizing that we are all really reflections of each other the same. So when I say I am you, I am not just referencing people of color. I'm really realizing that in this day and age, we are so much alike that the only thing that really separates us is the different cultural backgrounds. But underneath our skin, we all shed red blood. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So rather than making, like the post I posted this morning on Facebook about Richard Pryor, you know what I'm saying? Did you see that shit? Like, yeah, if I could max out what white folks get, why not? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Why should it be any different? But it is. So the second point that I wanted to make around that same type of feeling was we love white folks as much as we try to be as anti, because growing up, first of all, the Matrix only puts white folks on TV. You know what I'm saying? So how could I be this anti person when yesterday I was watching on one of the talk shows the Howard brothers? I fucking love Ron and Clint Howard. I grew up with them. I feel like I know them. I don't know their parents who are also actors, but there's something about the work that Ron Howard has done that I feel like I know him. I feel like he's a good person. And I like this white boy, freckled, red freckles, blonde, you know what I'm saying? Hair, kind of awkward looking guy, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see color. So why, when it comes to my personal life, do I not now do I have to put those blinders up? You know what I'm saying? And say I don't want to socialize when some of my favorite people growing up were white folks, even though it was through the TV. And then the third point I wanted to bring up was you, because last year I had to do press for IMU and my one woman show. And you were one of the outlets that I had a press interview. And let's just say let's just say I met with 50 different shows. Out of those 50 shows, 45 were people of color, mostly Black.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 of them, I don't even think 5, I think maybe 4 was Caucasian, you being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
In the year of me doing that, none of them have reposted, reshared, stayed in touch, collaborated, anything with me. But the person who reshares, who stays in contact, who likes a post, was the white girl in Puerto Rico. And
Mm-hmm.
then when it came down to, well, let's see how we can build, it wasn't any of those black folks that I had great interviews with. It was the white girl. So that kind of also was like, why am I blocking my own blessings with this weird hatred I have because of what happened to my ancestors? Because honest to God, it hasn't happened to me. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
racism I've dealt with growing up, I've probably dealt from that same shade with my own people.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Speaking of that, is there racism within white folks?
I would say, yeah, I would say we have classism too,
Yes.
right? We have, our rednecks that
Yeah. Shameless, shameless, showtime. No.
exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So yeah, I would say that's definitely an issue. I came from a neighborhood that it was embarrassing to say that we came from.
Mm.
And and that's just the way it was. Like you would say, like, oh, I come from this neighborhood, and people like, oh, but look at we now, bitches.
Exactly. Look at us now.
That's
Amen.
right.
Look at us now. You know what I'm saying? Coming together, building this beautiful friendship. And again, I don't know if anyone noticed, we're not the same background.
Oh, and that's why I think our retreats are going to be great too,
Yes,
because
tell them, tell
we
them.
can bring everybody together, and it
Yes,
doesn't matter because it's going to be a judgment-free experience here in Puerto Rico. So if
yes.
anybody is interested in those retreats, make sure you follow us on our Facebook page and our websites.
I had a video for our retreat that I wanted to show us, but then it looks like we would be selling the product. So everyone has to join our Facebook group because I'm not allowed to sell anything on public access. But I wanted to give everyone a little preview of IMU. So here is a sample of IMU from our young people. Check it out, everyone. I love the editing on this video. Yeah, everybody, check that out. That is my one woman show. I am you. I'm so proud of it. Definitely COVID affected it, and now it's being shown to everyone online virtually. But the next version of the IMU series is the next chapter, wellness retreats. The first one being in Puerto Rico with myself and Melissa hosting you guys. A part of this show every week, or excuse me, every day will be you, the audience, getting the opportunity to also share your thoughts and share what you guys are thinking and what you like about the show and what you like about what we're talking about. So I was supposed to do this in the beginning of the show, so bear with me that I am new to this, but it's going to be your moment is what the segment is called. Your moment. So be mindful that in upcoming weeks, we're going to have a feature in the show where you're going to be able to call in. Yes, call in and share your moment of the day or the moment of whatever it is that we're talking about that you would like to have some type of opinion in. But before we start each day, we're going to open the show with the topic of the day, which I so in my excitement forgot to put on the screen. So yes, the topic of today was racism and can people of color be racist? So welcome back to our first show first show, third conversation, from the next chapter from Miss Kitty, myself, Minister Cat, and my homegirl from Puerto Rico, from Rhode Island,
That's where the
Melissa
Boston
D,
accent comes from.
with the Boston accent. Yes, yes. So, once again, we had a great conversation. You cannot discuss everything in just 29 minutes, which is one of the beautiful things about this show being a daily show, Monday through Friday, that folks get to see us enter their home 5 days a week, see, sharing with you our expertise, our knowledge, our constant knowledge of growing of information, because as teachers, we still have to be students. So Melissa and I are always in the process of still finding information and resources, not only for us to be better women, but to be better to be better healers for you all, for you all. So yes, stay tuned. As of, I think in another 2 weeks, we're gonna launch this show today. This is our kind of premiere show. Hopefully we'll have all the kinks, out. Melissa and I don't know what this looks like until we actually press record after the recording, and we get the playback and see. But it feels good. What do you think? How do you feel?
I'm feeling good. It looks great. You look great. I look very well lit up. It looks wonderful.
Yes, and we had some sound effects and we had some graphics. We had some interruptions. So hopefully it all recorded well, so I don't have to do any editing in post. So so please stay tuned, because again, like I said, we will in the next couple of weeks give you all the options to call into the show so that you guys can have this, can be an interactive show. It's just not Melissa and I. We want your feedback. We want you guys to be a part of this. We also want you guys to like, follow, and share. Please, everyone, please, 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 without begging, without begging
I am
you.
too proud to beg.
All right. Well, begging, but it's not even begging, because once you see our stuff, you will fall in love with us, because we are the real deal, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, but in order for us to grow, in order for us to continue to grow with this healing, this message of healing, we need the support of the community. So, in needing the support of the community, not only do we need you to like, we need you to follow, but we need you to share. Because if you keep the information to yourself, one, how does that benefit the community? Because we have to believe in each one, teach one. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. And two, if you are happy for the work that Melissa and I are doing, in order for us to get more, to bring you more, which in regards to sponsorships, in regards to monetary fulfillment, so that we could bring you more information, we can bring you more travel opportunities, we can do more. We need to have the world see what we're doing. And we need your support in order to do that, because we've seen the power of social media. We've seen the power of the internet. So if 5 of you share this story, this episode, or other episodes, that's 5 other people that didn't know about us, that possibly can expand this message of healing that Melissa and I are doing in the next chapter of our lives. That was for you, Melissa. that, that was for you, girl. That was
I was just so entranced in what you were saying.
she got caught up, folks.
I did. No wonder why you're a minister.
I'm a freaky minister, though. Oh, wait, I heard something fabulous yesterday. One of the G sisters was like, I told her she was nasty. She said, I'm a lady. Wait, damn it. I'm going to come back with it next week, because it was so cute. She was like, I can't help myself. Some shit like that. It was dope. Oh, I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back for you guys. I'm going to bring it back. So, yes, this is our official. Which sound effect can I use for this? I'll use the crowd again. This is the next chapter, everybody. This is the next chapter. And we are so Melissa is such a trooper because she can't hear the sound effect. Oh, that's what I was supposed to give you the sign, right? That I was playing one. But yes, I'm playing a sound effect. But 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 as you can see in our excitement that we are just so happy and we're just so excited to come back into some form of normality and bring you guys some content to save your life. That's what it's about. There's enough shit out in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? To depress you, dilute you, distract you. But we in the next chapter want to encourage, build, uplift, heal. You know what I'm saying? Make the world just a tad bit better. And
Just
what
a little
better
bit. That's all we need. Just a little bit.
girl, can you imagine? Well, you already know what that water underneath the waterfall feels like when it's coming down and you're in this place of reflection and release, and you are just ready to receive all what the creator and the universe has for you. And as we let go and burn all of our bad dead weight and put stuff in the universe and in the air just to float away, man, listen, you guys better sign up. You guys better find out what this retreat is about. Join us on our Facebook page and check it out, because due to COVID, because we are in a pandemic, we are only taking a limited number of women. We only have 11 spaces, and now we don't even have 11 spaces because we only have 11 slots. So spaces are filling up. So yes, check us out on our Facebook group to join and get more information. I think that's it. I think we did a solid first episode. Third
We
conversation.
always do a
First
salad
episode.
episode.
Did you finally watch yourself?
I did watch myself.
And thoughts? What were your thoughts?
That it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Honey, you are beautiful.
Oh,
Before
thank
we
you.
go, guys, I also wanted to share with you guys one of the companies that I have been blessed to have in my life, which is Tech Investors. They are one of the sponsors for the next chapter as well as the Kitty Rose lifestyle. So take a look at Tech 101. Ooh, wrong commercial. Here we go, guys. Becoming self-sufficient. So check them out online. They are TEC, and find out how to empower yourself financially. Because just like racism is taught or not taught, that's why we're walking around here saying silly shit to each other. Financial literacy is also not taught. And all of these things, my people, from what we're not taught about racism, what we are taught about racism, what we're not taught about financial literacy, what we are taught about money, all of these things are designed to keep us down, to keep us uninformed. Because if we all had the power, then there would be no one to step on the little people. And the
Mm-hmm.
people in power don't want that. So it is our responsibility as a community to take the foot off of our neck
Yes,
and
yes.
free ourselves. Hallelujah.
Yes. And financial literacy is something that I think they really need to focus in on in school, especially for women, because they think women can't figure out math. And so when research has shown that, at a certain grade, they're just like, they're lost causes. And so women are automatically start sliding down of, that financial literacy. They don't invest in our knowledge of it. So that's why it's important really to take advantage of those resources.
Amen. Amen. So until next time, Let's just to do the graphics correct. Until hold on, there we go. Until next time, I am your girl. I am your girl. I am your go. I am your host, Melissa Cat, and this is hold on. Oh, I did that
You're not
wrong.
Melissa Cat, although I
Melissa
like that
D.
name.
And this is Melissa D. Hey now, and we are the next chapter. So if you have any questions, anything you would like us to talk about, please feel free to inbox, DM, all that good shit. Until next time, hold on. Let me get the ending. Wait, before I let you guys go, I'm going to give you another little snippet of I Am You, done by Brooklyn's own cinematographer, L Flex, baby. All right, let's see if I can do this right. There we go. And we are wrapped. All right, my love. So I am going to, we can stop recording here. It's rendering here. And I'm going to save it, put on a flash drive, and send to you so that you can have access. I think I'm going to try to put it on YouTube, like, and schedule it for 6 o'clock,
Okay.
because I'll be in Broadway by that time. So
Okay.
hopefully everything came out. If everything came out, that means we know what we're doing. And Thursday we can do our 4 shows. But I think Tuesday I would still like to do a rehearsal run through. But let's pray and feel. I think we did it. I mean, there was a few quirks here and there, but you'll see it and you'll see it in the recording.
Now, what you call it? I couldn't figure out how to download the Facebook Lives.
Oh, okay. So let's do that. Um,
Now you're still
can you
recording the
hear me?
call. Is that okay?
Oh, I can't hear you without this.
Oh
So
yeah.
okay, all right, let me take this off. So go to your phone.
Yep.
All right, hold on. Let's go to a video. In order to make things work, if you feel bad, all right, pick up. You're white and you can.
Oh, I watched more of that clip too of Richard Pryor.
Was good. Was on my memory this morning. I don't even know how. Wait, maybe I don't know if I can do it through my phone. All right, on your laptop. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, because I can stop recording here. Oh, wait, no, I'm not going to start. Share screen. Share screen. More. Share screen. All right, share screen. Start sharing.
Who are you sharing with? Oh,
You.
there I am. Ah!
Okay. You. Okay, so go to, hold on, why can't I move out of this screen? Window. Flow.
Hold on, I think my cat just got let in by somebody.
Okay.